Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I'm bringing you some Arcane gameplay because I've been playing a lot of Frost recently. I know that, and a lot of you guys have been like, come on, do a similar slowdown playstyle of Arcane, so here it is. I want to show you guys kind of how to kite and how not to kite versus Marksman, Hunter, In-Hand Shaman as an Arcane Mage. A lot of the times you're going to be the target of choice. And here, right away, what I want to kind of say is that you constantly want to be running in type like a circular or just a back and forth pattern. You do not want to stay stationary. So right here, even, I'm kind of tanking. This is during our go onto the Hunter, so that wasn't that bad. But once, look, we got trinkets out of the way. Once we got trinkets, once we got pet sack, once we got cooldowns out of the way, Monk Bubble, I should be gone. Out of here, behind line of sight, 50 yards away, really taking advantage of my displacement cooldown. But I'm kind of staying out in the open still. I'm doing a better job now. So right here where I am right now is fine. That's totally good, right? This is where I should be, kind of getting ready to displace back. I don't have displacement though for this blink. So now I'm kind of stuck in the room without a displacement back, and now I'm kind of like stuck here. So the best thing I could have done is run out here out of this side room and continually kite to this Hunter, and we should really be on the Shaman. So the target choice in this matchup isn't really that the Marksman Hunter is going to die easier. It's that the Shaman is a melee class, and when I'm kiting, he has to chase me, which means he's a good target because he's always going to be an available target if he's chasing me. Okay, with the Hunter, I have to chase the Hunter a lot of the times because look, right here, if I want to do damage, I have to run to him, which is in itself bad, okay? So this is kind of like a target choice video as well. Me running at this Hunter is exactly what I shouldn't be doing because Marksman and Hunter just rip through Arcane Mages if they can hit me. So I should be kiting. So once again, right here, I'm doing a decent job kiting, right? I blink away, blink all the way over here. This is great. I displace back and then blink away. This is good. But the Hunter, just tab targets me again and forces out a block. So what could be learned here? I should really be kiting from like room to room, or this middle pillar, kind of kiting around it, back to the room, back to the middle pillar, back to the room. So kind of like in a circular-ish motion around this map. So the kite that I did there wasn't the greatest. I should really be going in the room, displacing back out. And then we should be hitting the Shaman so that I don't even need to ever look at this Hunter, because the more I'm looking at this Hunter, the more he's doing damage to me, right? And then I blink back into the room here. This is kind of because we're doing a big go. But once again, if we're doing that on the Shaman, I could do it far, right? Because the Shaman would have to chase me. But instead, I'm blinking into the Hunter. So our strategy is counter-synergistic to keeping me alive. Right, Counter-Strike Totem here. I actually barely survive right now, but still trying to stay in the room because I want to do damage. I want to get heals, but it's just not very good in terms of, keeping myself alive. And so Arcane a lot of times needs to go on the target. Here, we hit Shaman just for a second. Look at me, 18% life. Arcane a lot of times needs to go on the target that can, just is the melee target, the targets that's chasing you, that you can lure out. And once you lure him out, then you start, hitting him with big damage. But you don't want to be chasing as Arcane, at least that much, because then you can get yourself in a situation where you get leg sweeped, your healer gets leg sweeped, you have no trinket, you have no block, and you die like a freaking noob. Come on, Czar. Alright, okay guys, so here we are, same team. This map is actually maybe even a little bit worse for us because we don't have pillars. But this was right after we just lost, I think, and what I said was I am going to continually run, okay, saving myself, and just go on the Shaman, which should make things a lot easier for me. We're doing a nice big go on the Shaman in the opener. We get Pet Sack, we get Shaman Wall, we get Shaman Trinket, we get Human Trinket from the Monk. Not a bad opener there. Get quite a bit of cooldowns. I get leg swept up, Counter-Strike Totem, and I Trinket, blink out, blink away, super far, crossing the map here as best as I can. Here my temp procs in about 1 second, and I go into my block. I definitely could have held that block if I just, the Hunter was so far. Probably should have held that block, so not the greatest ice block there. But I want it to be nice and safe. But from here on out, guys, I am just going to be running, as soon as they catch up to me, continually running in giant big circles around this map. So as you see, the Shaman kind of catches up to me. It kind of does suck though because there's no pillar, so the hunter's still in, you know, line of sight, still kind of hitting me. But since this shaman, you know, can't really hit me because he's melee, I'm just gonna continually run really, really far. And I kind of want to show you guys two key points where I'm running at, and one is this little green box here in the sewers, and up on the tomb. So when I'm there, I'll show you. But up on the tomb, there's another kind of like a little pillar by itself. So here is this little box here that I line of sight on, and I can finally line of sight the hunter a little bit, and then I run all the way over here and kind of go up here by this tomb, which is also line of sight. I don't like going on the big tomb in the middle as much, just because I don't have as much area to actually kite the shaman. So then I come here, and I can line of sight the hunter a little bit. But guess what? Once they finally kind of get to me, I have my displacement back, displace back, and then blink across the map, and then I can kind of head back to this other little box over here, and then kind of line of sight over here. So that's kind of what I was doing this game. I was line of sighting here, blink, blink to the other one, displace, blink back to this one. And it makes it very hard for the shaman to almost ever hit me. I don't think this shaman really connects, you know, a good connect with his hunter much this entire game. If the shaman's hitting me, that's fine. If the hunter's hitting me, that's fine. If they're both hitting me, that's when I can get in, you know, big trouble. They kind of connect here for a little bit, so look, I'm just gonna freaking bounce out of here as soon as I can. Displace, or blink over here, not displace. Pop my temp shield. Kind of getting ready to head back over in the other direction if I want. My druid is in a full trap here, getting quite low, but I'm just kind of line of sighting, displace back and then blink back. So that's kind of like the power of that displacement and that blink. I can cross the map, you know, in like 1 or 2 seconds. Pretty big damage here with that mass and fizz, getting some casts off. So guys, as far as offensive pressure with Arcane, I've talked a lot about defensives in this video. You know, you want your 4 Arcane Orbs. If you can get Arcane Power missiles off with maybe a Presence of Mind, Arcane Blaster 2, and a Arcane Barrage, that's kind of like, that's like, you know, the best holy grail of Arcane damage. But a lot of the times it's only, you know, 1 or 2 of those things, and then you kind of, you know, piece your damage together. So here I displace back, completely cross the map in about a second. The shaman still is trying to get to me, and this is really how I should be playing as Arcane, guys. There's no reason for me to just be running in. I mean, so in this situation I am running in, but look, we have a clone on the healer, the shaman's at 10% life. You know, I should have some hops pretty soon here, and you know, my druid's up with me. Messidin is getting a little bit low, so they're actually kind of hitting him, so I can easily just push and get the kill, and then boom. But for the majority of the game, I should not be just running in after them. I should make them run in after me if I'm the kill target. If I'm not the kill target, I can play a little bit, you know, looser, kind of run in like I just was if they're hitting my, you know, hitting my friend. And as soon as they start looking at me, then I can want to continue to play like this. So this is the core defensive kind of play style of Mage. There's 2 things I want you guys to take away from this. 1 is the target choice, and 2 is the kite pattern with displacement. If you're on the wrong target and you're chasing them, it's just not really gonna, you know, synergize well with Arcane. It's not really gonna work. And if you're using a wrong kite pattern with your displacement and you're kind of just, you know, going in like weird little circle shapes, but not actually going from point A to point B back to point A, you know, it's much better if you can kind of pre-plan all of these paths out. This monk is still trying to live here, and you know, pre-plan these paths out and kind of communicate that with your healer, and then go from there. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you learned something, and here's some Arcane gameplay. I know you guys have been dying to see some. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. Talk to me down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!